Dune Prophecy Episode 2, now out. Let's talk about it. Okay, so the second episode of Dune Prophecy is now out and available for you guys to go and check out. I thought last week's episode was really good, and a really good first episode that introduced you back into the Dune world. But I understand some people might not have enjoyed it. I think if you're someone that likes the Dune movies and loves the world, I think you're going to like this show more. If you're someone that didn't really enjoy the movies, then this show's probably not going to be for you. I'm someone that does love the Dune movies. So, of course, I'm going to enjoy this. So, we go into episode 2, and episode 2 takes what episode 1 did really, really well, and then just elevated it to another level now. So, we find out exactly what is going on, who is this whole series is going to be about, what battle's going to go on, and who is making all the moves. So, obviously, the two big focal points here are the Sisterhood. We know about the Sisterhood. They want to gain control. We learned that in the first episode, and now, after the events of the first episode, things are starting to look a bit bleak for them because they just lost one of their own. They don't know how this happened. They know that it was internal. So the burning and the fire was eternal. It was not actually any outside source. So somehow, some way, something from the inside created that and destroyed her from there. We got to see the body, the image of some of it, and it looked freaking disgusting, which was awesome. So they now have to move things in motion. So they think this prophecy, this vision that they saw is coming to life, a force that they're going to have to deal with. So they come up with this idea. So we have the mother of the Sisterhood. She tells them that this is what needs to happen. Someone needs to go under something called the agony in order to access memories so that we can know more about this force and how to fight it. While she goes and visits the Emperor to get more answers to the questions they have. So you can already see that the Sisterhood, they are now scrambling. They're trying to keep control of the whole empire and trying to get someone on the throne that is part of the Sisterhood, because that's the ultimate goal. But then on the other hand, you have a character in Desmond Hart, who is played by Travis, and we now discover many things about him. So he was apparently eaten by a sandworm and was given powers, survived and given powers to bring balance almost back, to go and help the Imperium and to make sure that the Sisterhood does not take over. And you see that in this episode. So he admits to killing the kid, to the Emperor. He basically just stands there and it's like, Travis is so good in this. He's just like, yeah, I did it. Because that's what I thought you wanted me to do. You told me that you wanted to do it. And I know you wanted me to do that. And he's like, I'm just doing this for you. And what I love about the Desmond Hart character already is he knows what his goal is. He knows where he's got to go. And he's willing to do anything and everything to do that. And when he comes face to face with the mother of the Sisterhood, with the Harkonnen, this conversation is just brilliant. And there's multiple to it. So the first interrogation was great. He obviously was like, okay, I'm just going to flat out tell you exactly what I did. And he just tells her everything that she needs to know. So she starts like, okay, all right. So she's got to go see someone else. Meanwhile, you have the Emperor and his wife. And his wife's telling the Emperor, like, we shouldn't be quick to dismiss this and, kill him and do all that stuff. Because ultimately, we have people like the kid's father who has the fleet, who wants to pull away from us and not give us that fleet. They're our enemies. They're the ones that we should be going after, not our friends. We should be able to use him. And I love it. I love it how she's already going, you know what? We can't allow people to manipulate us. We have to do what's best for us first. So it's just brilliant. And Mark Strong is fantastic as the Emperor. He is fantastic. And you can just see the cogs moving in the Emperor's mind and stuff like that. And then that scene where he has, Desmond come in when they're talking to the kid's father about the fleet. And he's like, I'm going to take this fleet and everything. I'm going to take you off the throne and all this stuff. And he tells him to come in, and then he just unloads this power that he has on the dad. And like, then they're like, okay, that's enough. And just showcasing like, you're going to do what we tell you to do now. You're going to forget about this. You're not going to tell anyone about this. If you do, then GG's for you. And you're going to give us your fleet. Like, so they're already showcasing, look, we have the throne, we have the power. And I absolutely love that. Then you had the stuff with the agony that's going on. We watched this young girl go under it. Talk about the horror elements. This agony thing is horrible. I would not want to go under it. And what it is basically sends you almost to like an afterlife sort of thing, by the looks of it, where there's all these souls in that, and they communicate through you to the living world, which was creepy. I love the design and everything. It was cool. The creepy world was fantastically portrayed, and it did give that vibe of like, oh, this is unnatural. This is something that should not happen. And we find out that we actually see the lady from the very first episode that the Harkonnen killed, that she killed to gain control of the sisterhood. And she basically says like, oh, Harkonnen, I'm going to destroy your future. So we're already getting interesting details here about what's going to happen moving forward. And then you get to the end of the episode when, you know, the mother comes back, mother of the sisterhood comes back to go and see what is going on with the Emperor. And then we have Desmond come in. And he's like, basically, you're being revoked. You're not allowed to go do this. We don't need your services anymore. And she's like, you're going to replace me? So she uses the voice to try and command him to kill himself. But it doesn't work on Desmond. And I love that interaction of like Desmond making it feel like she's in total control, but she's not. And then he just like laughs, like smiles at her and is like, just puts his blade back away and is just like, I know exactly what scares you now. Like he didn't know what she feared, but now he knows what she fears. And that's no one giving a crap about what she has to say in that. So this is just turning into fantastic. Another thing with the agony, it looks like she's dead as well from the agony as well, which is kind of crazy. It looks like they kind of taken her soul. I don't know how it works, but it was crazy and it looks like she's dead. So things are already going into motion. We have the stuff with the princess going on as well. We have the prince trying to be manipulated here as well by the the little kid's father, sending the daughter to try and, you know, get information from him. So everything is moving in motion. And even the princess knows something's not right. You know, we're all pawns moving in there. And then we also get the big reveal of the inside job that the Atreides is doing. The swords master is actually working with a rebel group here, which was interesting as well. So, and we find out another twist about that as well. One of the girls is actually part of the sisterhood. So she's reporting to the mother. Like there's just like a web of just spies and everything throughout. It's making this show very interesting. And I think everything is poised perfectly moving forward now. So I really enjoyed episode 2. Let me know what you guys thought of episode 2. Did you guys enjoy it? Smash it down in the comment section below. Smash that like button. Click subscribe. And I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe and peace out.